So Nick would come over pick up.
That's fantastic stuff. Yeah.
It's just day one tag team, really good stuff. So no, I know what you mean. And hopefully, you're talking long-term booking. Was Adam Page, move on to the main event real quick, was Adam Page the right guy to be in this match against Chris Jericho?
No, I don't think so. Part of me thinks that Chris Jericho wasn't the right guy to be in that match either. But I mean, obviously things were screwed up because of circumstances with Pac and everything like that. So it wasn't the ideal thing. But yeah, I don't feel like Adam Page is ready yet for that position. It feels like he kind of got there because of the people he knows rather than really showing anything in the ring. But by the same token, they didn't do a very good job of getting him ready for it. I mean, like at the last the Fight for the Fallen show where he did like it seemed like it was gonna be like a 20-minute draw with some undercard guy kind of thing, right? And it's like it was really weird build for it. He never really felt like a main eventer or anything like that, which is probably why I had such trouble maintaining interest in the match for as long as it went. Just didn't feel like a world title match. Wasn't the best choice.
I think it suffered from a terrible spot too. To have to follow. The one train of thought is you should be able to top the match that was before you. That's your job. The other train of thought is leave the crowd wanting a little bit more. So you have a half-hour ladder match with death-defying spots, and it's like, okay, now the finish of this next match is this atrocious spinning back elbow. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
I can't stand the Judas effect either. I think it's the worst thing I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah. I've been a little bit down on Chris Jericho. Maybe that's why he was mad at me because I gave him like a 1.5 for that match.
See, there's
we have a history with those kind of stuff. So yeah, it's hard to say.
That's now all right. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all in all, I liked I liked the show. I think it was an easy watch, but again, the main event going 30 minutes, I think that's too much too. I don't remember an Adam Page match going north of 20 minutes, so to have him go 30 minutes against almost 50-year-old Chris Jericho, who really has no business going either. They
got to get their timing under control is another thing too. Like they're going to be on a tight 2-hour schedule on these TNT shows. Like they've had the Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest. They just do these like sprawling shows where just like go out and do it until you're finished and stuff. And it's just they got to get under control. Like I say, they need somebody to come in and take control of these shows.
Yeah, they're bringing in Tony Schiavone. I know Tony was a producer for a long time.
He'll help a lot actually. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
One of the biggest things in his podcast is he complains about continuity in professional wrestling. So it seems like he's a stickler for that. So I hope having these veteran, the JR, the Tony Schiavone, the guys that, you have to have that balance. You have to have the old school who knows how to, get from point A to point B to point C. And then you have to have the new school whose ideas, but they're willing to listen to the older guys. So I think, I'm cautiously optimistic for the product. And like you said, Wednesdays are literally going to be a shootout. And I hope for your sake up in Canada, I hope they find a TV deal for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm cheering hard for AEW to succeed. I mean, obviously everybody's looking for something to give Vince a kick in the ass, right? So, I mean, hopefully this is what's going to do it for him, right? So, I mean, yeah, I really, really want them to do better for it. And, it's, like I say, I mean, I was a little, I feel like obviously I was a little bit harder on the show than necessarily. I'm thinking back on it. I like the show more. I think that I gave credit for. It still wasn't the home run that Double or Nothing was. I mean, they saw Double or Nothing, and I was like ready running out the street with AEW signs, and and this one is like I didn't really feel the buzz going into it so much from people, and it didn't really do so great as far as numbers go on my website either. So I think it was kind of telling that interest was a little bit down in it overall. But yeah, no, it's. I mean, I like something different, and I appreciate that. They went out there and did something like, the Cracker Barrel match, which is not everybody's cup of tea, but, it's something you're not going to see on WWE. And, like Orange Cassidy is somebody you're not going to see on WWE. That's for sure. So, I mean, they're putting in the effort to at least go out there and provide some kind of alternative to it. And that's commendable.
And I think if you're going to watch a 3.5-hour AEW show, you're going to get different things throughout the entire show. It's not going to be just one almost like you watch a Raw now or even a pay-per-view. It looks like it's like one long continuous match. Everybody sounds the same. Every match looks the same, and if you're not on board with King Baron Corbin, the good news is there are plenty of other opportunities out there for you to watch professional wrestling, and you don't have to watch, Mondays and Tuesdays. But if you can watch Monday and Tuesday and take it for what it's worth and enjoy what you enjoy, and not there. I hate the divide, though, like the I'm Team WWE, I'm Team AEW, I'm Team Ring of Honor. Yeah. There's a million different avenues of content out there. There's no reason to be, knocking.
It's okay to like both products. Absolutely. Yes, I know. It's, yeah. One liking one does not preclude liking the other one. Absolutely. It's a weird thing. Even going on in the comments on my blog where people are dividing up like that. It's like, well, you know what? I don't care. I watch whoever makes me money, So it's like if they're both going to be successful, then fine, I'll cover both of them, Like that's great. Bring it on.
Right, and there's nothing that can say like you could watch Tony Nese versus Mike Bennett on 205 Live, and then you don't have to watch SmackDown if there's something on there that you find, and you want to watch MLW, you can do that. You don't have to, it's not 100% devotion to anything. It's a world of choice right now, and the more wrestling for the fans and for people like yourself who can review it, the better. I love the reviews that you do, but my favorite were the retro rants. I love the the throwbacks. I was just looking at the Survivor Series 1991 the other day. If you want to check all these out, you guys got to make sure you go to blogofdoom.com. Scott, how long have you been doing this for?
Oh, I started in 1993 when I was in university, so it's been a long time.
Wow. I mean, I remember reading on 411, I think it was when it was 411 Wrestling is when I first, read your stuff years ago. And, it's a funny read. It doesn't read like every, like I said, cookie cutter review does. It's got wit in there, and it's a very easy, it's an easy scroll, if you will. So nothing but continued success. I hope the Chris Jericho thing gets hammered out. If nothing else, I hope it brings a ton more downloads and views to your website. And again, it's blogofdoom.com. He's Scott Keith. Scott, thank you so much for joining the show. We really appreciate it this week.
You're very welcome. I'm always glad to help out.
Awesome.